Hello, and welcome to DobbsQuest, the show where We have 3 special guests tonight. They are special, not for being here, because they're always here. That's kind of routine. The special part is that they are in control of the action.
Yeah.
Joining me is, playing the part of the Elven Bard Serene, we have Daysnick.
Greetings.
As the sneaky thief Glane, we have GameCube.
If Glane wasn't already the most hated member of the team, not showing up for Family Feud cinched it.
Trey. And introducing Organ, played by Lurking Turtle Gaming.
On tonight's episode, a creeper comes up behind all 3 of us. We blow up, team wipe.
I love it. That's the perfect way to end the series.
Wouldn't it be a mollusk?
It could be an exploding mollusk. A creeper mollusk.
Ugh.
One more for good measure. There we
I
go.
just admitted something bad.
Dang it, Al and Dove took my thunder.
Good. All right. Well, I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Because last we left off, things were starting to get a little bit shaky. A few more misses than episode 1. So the main principle of Ironsworn as a system is that we roll a d6 and compare that against a pair of d10s. If the 6 plus any bonuses exceeds both 10s, then everything went well with whatever we were trying to do. However, if it ties or misses one or both dice, then something goes terribly, terribly wrong. And that happened a lot more last week than maybe it did on episode 1 of this season. So we're going to see if that trend continues or not.
The whole thing is weighted against us, every bit of it.
I mean,
How is that
yes,
possible?
the Ironsworn system is rigged from the start. It is, in fact, weighted against you.
And then
It's a
the
feature.
bot is just cruel, and it's just... And we don't even roll our own fate anymore. You push the button.
I get to push the magic button. It used to be integrated with the bot, except then it was basically like me telling you, okay, roll +4. Wait. Okay, now they type it, now they hit enter, now wait for the bot to pick that up, and now wait for the actual dice to roll. So we've streamlined it a bit, but it does feel like all agency has been stripped away, which is perfect. That's the exact atmosphere we need to go for in Ironsworn.
Yeah, just walk in and prepare to die.
That's basically it. All right, so last we left our intrepid heroes. You were heading off to a settlement deep in the Shattered Wastes, known as Frosthaven. Along the way, you have picked up a new companion of sorts, Sadia, who is a forester and somewhat of a mystic. She has some sort of a druidy sort of feel going on with her. We don't know the details of what exactly she's capable of, if anything, but she has some very deep, somewhat unsettling connection with the trees.
That was the nicest way I've ever heard somebody describe a nut in my life.
I mean, trees can bear nuts, so that makes sense.
And he worked at a nut house.
She's a tree nut.
There you go. It all makes sense. It's all coming together. The lore, it's all there.
They don't get near her.
Yeah. All right, so currently we are almost, but not quite, but almost to Frosthaven. We are at 7 of 10 on our tracker there. You guys have crested out of the sort of main Iron Lands into these distant lands, getting closer and closer to the Shattered Waste. You have just crested over a large cliff and made your way down the cliffside. Nobody fell off, thankfully. And you and the caravan that you're traveling with are now... You have actually just come across some old ruins of some sort. Some of the people that you are traveling with, they know of the ruins, but no one really checks them out because that's it. You don't leave the road, basically. This area is is brutal. It is dangerous. Any risk could be the last risk you take. So those that have made the journey before, typically they're just going to stick to the road as much as possible. The ruins that are off the beaten path, they're visible on a far hill, but nobody really cares to go researching them. They're just a waypoint, just a way of knowing, hey, this is how far we've gotten. But they are not in your way. That's the part to be clear about. So you guys have control at this point. You can choose to continue down the road towards Frosthaven or go off and do whatever you want. Currently, your resources are actually in pretty decent shape. Comparatively. That?
I think we should just move on.
Yeah. Our mission is too important to delay with these little tempting but distracting gems. I'm content to make a note and come back in 100 years.
There you go. Perfect.
Once this is settled.
I believe I was the one driving the cart last time while I was arguing with Tree Girl.
Ooh.
Well, who will be taking the reins this time? Is it still going to be Glane?
Serene is currently brooding over her notebook in the back of one of the wagons.
Trying to use driving as a distraction to not interact with the Tree Girl anymore because she bothered me. So I'll keep driving.
All right, that is going to be a Glane roll with wits of 2. There we go. Okay, Glane rolls. Those 10s once again, the bane of everyone. A 10 cannot be beat. If you get a 10 on a 10-sided die, that is just automatic. That die will never be beat. Even if you actually somehow manage to roll a 10 or 11 somehow, it's possible. So yeah, that's a weak hit. On the Undertake a Journey roll, if you get a weak hit, you still reach a waypoint, but your supply is cut a little bit. And supply is starting to look a little bit worse for wear, but you guys are very close to your target, Frosthaven, where you're heading. So let's see here. First of all, where does that put you? And second of all, because you have ridiculous bonuses that just cannot be, you can't ignore. You're getting a +5. All right, you guys are in some kind of woods. What kind of woods are these exactly? Ooh, these are dense woods. Ooh, Oracle says dense woods. So that means you guys are going to be having a little bit of trouble getting through. The road is narrow, overgrown, claustrophobic on all sides. The howling winds are still whipping overhead, bringing dustings of frost and cold across. But covered by the trees, you merely get this very low whistling sound as the wind whips by. Gnarled trees, some still clinging to their evergreen needles, but the non-evergreen trees still kind of just clashing against each other, creating this swish of wind overhead as you guys try to navigate the thick woods.
Does Sadia have anything positive to say about these trees?
Well, we could ask her.
I would like to ask her.
Really? Okay. You'd like to strike up a conversation with Sadia?
I haven't interacted with her much.
I guess not. So you want to gather some information from her?
Unfortunately, yes. Everyone else is just going great with everyone else. Why not? Maybe she'll take a shining to me with my heart.
Yeah, maybe.
With your horsey traits?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So Sadia, as much as people don't really enjoy being around her, there is some value to her presence. She seems to know something about what is going on, things that no one else here seems to have a clue about. and she seems to be providing you some information about the state of the mana spring, whether she knows it or not. So she does have some useful information. Let's see if she has anything helpful to say about what's going on here. So this is going to be with wits. Torgon also has a 2 on wits, so let's see what happens here. Ooh.
Okay.
On a miss, your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest. Quest undermined.
Why do I want to talk to this woman?
You know what? You know what?
You have some momentum, but it seems like a dumb place to use it.
Yeah, this is.
All right, so here's what happens. I'll undermine your quest. Sadie is not with the caravan.
What?
She's not here. Torgon goes looking for her. At the cart that she's been recovering on, and she's not there. Torgon does a quick search up and down the carts, asks a few people. Sadia she's gone.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell Glane. I'm gonna go tell Glane that she's missing. Decide if we should stop and look for her or not.
Glane, you've been roped into this.
All right. So he tells me she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of give the reins a quick little whip. Excellent. And I make us start going faster.
Problem solved.
Now, she might be valuable. Now, hold on a second.
I mean, we're in the trees. This is her whole jam. She loves it here. This is a dense forest. It's where she wants to be, clearly.
Yeah, but I mean, do we want to leave her out here all by herself? She's technically sort of injured. She was recently injured.
I turn to Shireen and kind of shrug. Hoping for backup.
I'll let Serene speak before I mention anything.
Serene looks up. She's distracted. She just kind of, huh? What?
Hmm?
Oh.
And I just look back at Torgon. 2 against 1.
Tree girl's missing? Oh. Go ask Lucia. And she goes back to whatever she's doing.
Yeah, that's.
I already know how she's voting.
All right. Well, let's go talk to Lucia. Lucia is actually looking for you guys. Funny enough. There you are. Torgon, have you seen George?
No, he's usually hanging out with Serene. He's not around here?
No.
Well, we're also missing Sadia.
Stage just keeps getting better.
Glane, you're gonna have to stop.
And I pull back on the reins really angrily and loudly.
Serene kind of looks up at Lucia. She's like, oh, my puppy's missing? And she just kind of looks around.
I'm gonna have to gather some information to see if I see any place that they would possibly go.
Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on here.
Serene walks over and taps on the wagon master's shoulder. Can we do a quick head count? We seem to be missing some people.
So yeah, we're gonna figure out if we're missing anybody else here. Let's see. Actually, are we missing other people? That would be weird, right?
I don't know. NPCs are strange. Their behavior makes no sense.
Well, the wagon master's not doing a very good job if we're missing a wagon load of people.
That's a lot of people missing on the whole. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's do an oracle roll of gosh, I mean, I'd say 50-50. Like right now, I don't know. That's for the oracle to decide. 51 or above? Yes, someone else is missing. No, but we're down 2. Well, technically 1 by the original head count. But 2 if you count the tree lady. Yeah.
Hey, look. There's some footprints that seem to be going off into the woods.
Okay.
I think that we should maybe follow them.
Look, a note. I hate you all. Don't look for me. Stadia.
Wow, we're just finding all kinds of things. Normally we would conduct an investigation of some sort. And that would be an actual roll that may unearth useful things or terrible things.
I thought this was the terrible thing.
It could get worse. Yeah, we're trying to figure out where they went. And see exactly what's going on here. Yeah, that was just undermining haha.
Morgan, why don't we get you to start heading backwards the way that we came, slashing your sword to cut away the brush and the vines so that we can maybe uncover something. And I'll follow you.
I guess I should roll a gather information check.
All right. And if Torgan is going to be kind of clearing the way, that would be aiding another if you're going to secure an advantage that way.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah, that could help because Torgan actually gets an extra bonus for being a team player. He has a special bonus that says whenever he secures an advantage on someone else's behalf, he gets an extra +1 on his attempt and gains momentum if he succeeds. The bonus. Let's workshop that a bit later. All right, so Torgan. If Torgan's going to be clearing a path, that's going to be kind of an iron roll, which is perfect because he has a +3 on iron. And because he's aiding someone else on the team, he actually gets an extra +1 for a +4. So let's see if Torgan successfully aids the team here.
Show me 10.
Yes, and.
Ooh.
Yes, and. So not only does he manage to clear the way, but we're also going to get a change in the scene somehow. What exactly are we going to get here? Well, first of all, Serene, describe what you're going to be doing. I'm going to see if we get something right away or if it's going to be part of yours.
I'm going to ask around and see if I can identify who the last person who saw George was, and then kind of check the perimeter of the roads where Torgan's been clearing to see if I can see any signs of anything.
Mm-hmm.
See if anybody's reported anything suspicious.
Right.
Probably do a quick interview with the wagon master. See what risks are normally associated with this area. Have they ever had people mysteriously go missing before, etc., etc.
Right. All right. So all right, let's do a gather information check. I've got our action theme rolled here. Serene is quite. Oh, well, this was a strong hit. Let's resolve that. You get Serene, because this is an advantage for you. You get to choose what you're gonna get here. You can either grab 2 free momentum from Torgan's help, or +1 on your roll.
I'm already at 8. Let's go with the +1.
All right, excellent. And Torgan, because you successfully helped someone, whether it was a strong hit or a weak hit, anytime you help someone, you get a momentum. So you're up to 8, which is almost your maximum.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Are you geared for war?
I wasn't when we left the last waypoint, but let's just go ahead and leave it that I am now because we're traveling again.
That makes sense. Yeah, it was just kind of a weird, like, well, why would you be in the middle of the night? Blah, 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 blah. Got it. Okay, so that does mean your maximum momentum is 9, not 10. All right, and so now Serena is going to roll for gather information with a +4 instead of her usual 3. Excellent teamwork there. And she gets, okay, weak hit. So the information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover and take +1 momentum. So good call on not taking that momentum earlier, because you get momentum just for gathering information successfully. So you do get some information, but it introduces a new danger or complication. All right, what I got on the Oracle.
Go ahead.
I got aid knowledge. Which, I mean, that was what Torgan was doing, but I was gonna say that you guys enter into. Well, what did you have in mind, Day?
Well, Tree Girl went missing, and George has a bad habit of attaching himself to the anomalies, and they've been getting along. So if she wandered off, there's a good chance he might have went with her willingly as a bodyguard of sorts. If she said she saw something or whatever. So I'm kind of envisioning of this theory that, we have the tree whispering hippie and the well-meaning young over-enthusiastic bodyguard. So I kind of have an envisionment of kind of what I suspect happened. So I'm kind of looking for these looking along the edge of the trail for kind of something to go that might have some kind of evidence that people may have left the trail.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe we find some animal tracks or something that maybe they aren't.
Well,
maybe we can assume they're not entirely safe.
Not tracks exactly, but you find a clearing pretty close to the last place you stopped. You haven't gotten too far between this and your last resting place. And there was a clearing nearby that you find. And what you see there looks like the remains of some sort of druidic ritual. You see some assembly of small animal bones and some runes carved into the ground. And Serene kind of quickly clears everyone away. Like, let me take a look at this. I need to really inspect this. Serene is well renowned as probably the most studied of the caravan. She is, of course, a powerful fighter in battle with her bow. But she has quickly gained the reputation of being extremely sharp and attuned to fine details. So everyone gives Serene her space and she starts looking around at these remains. She is not well versed on a lot of these individual runes that are used in mystic rituals.
I'll probably call Lucia over to assist.
Excellent idea. Lucia comes in. She knows a thing or two and can help fill in the gaps. You guys come to the conclusion that this was some sort of ritual to gain information or direction. But the thing that you pick out with your elven senses, your keen eyesight, is there is in the sort of littering of dead plant matter on the ground in the clearing, you can see very, very faint indication that after whatever had gone on here in this clearing was concluded, there is clear evidence that someone, or maybe multiple someones, quickly left the area in a specific direction. And wouldn't you know it, it's going straight towards those old ruins, which you guys kind of pathed around and are now on the opposite side of. It looks like they doubled back just a little ways, heading for the ruins for some reason.
Serene sighs and face palms.
The only decision we've made this episode, and it's been undermined.
I mean, the rules did clearly state that you guys had to be undermined. Now, here's the question. Do you guys have a little bit of information on what the motivation for... I know. I've got an idea that's going to piece it all back together, but do you guys know why they were heading back? That is the question. This is not going to be something we roll for, because I've actually got a way that can make this make sense. I don't want to paint us into a corner, plot-wise. I don't think you have the information yet. Maybe you will gain... Maybe Lucia will kind of piece the puzzle together later on. But for now, you guys aren't quite sure what they were heading back for.
Tree Lady does crazy things because she hears voices from the trees. So.
I mean, that's your best guess right now.
And the puppy dog followed her because of course he did.
There you go. We've got our motivation.
He wants to be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually, yeah, that is kind of his big motivation, isn't it?
He's young and he still wants to prove himself, and he's just, as young men tend to be, he's just a little over enthusiastic sometimes.
He is.
He doesn't always quite think through the consequences.
Well, at this point, are you guys going back for George?
I mean, I don't think there's I think we have to.
I think if we didn't have Lucia with us, we could keep going, but his sister's right here.
Wow.
We could pick him up on the way back through. I mean, I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to... I would almost recommend splitting the party, but that didn't go well last time.
Never split the party.
That's true. Never.
Oh, but such interesting
There's
things
songs
happen
about
when you
that.
do. Such interesting things happen when you do.
There's tales of... there's cautionary tales. Do not split the party.
Does it look like other people other than George and what's her name were here? Like, did they get taken?
It doesn't look like there was like a struggle, so to speak. But it does look like they left in a hurry.
Okay.
I mean, perhaps this happened last night when you were camping and they planned to be back before you left.
We should leave the train here and just go back on our own.
Yeah, we don't want to involve any of the NPCs, but do we want to tell them to wait for us? Because we can catch up with them pretty easily on foot. They move much slower.
Yeah. You can just tell them to go slow and take breaks, and we'll
watch out
catch up
for
with you.
mollusks.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this.
Well, all right.
Do we want to maybe take
heading...
one of the mules or like one horse with us just in case there's somebody's injured? Do we think they can spare one pack animal?
Sure.
Okay.
Always handy to have.
I'm going to go ahead and flip my reversible tunic onto its green side.
My question is Lucia coming
visible.
with us, or is she staying with the wagons?
What would you prefer?
Well, I don't.
She's the most capable one, so they should stay. Someone should stay here with a name, with the card.
Well, it is also her little brother, though. Like, I don't think she would willingly stay. Her little brother.
She's gonna emotionally compromise the quest by coming with us.
She'd probably trust us, though. I mean, she'd probably trust us if we told her we were going to go get him.
I mean, you guys have basically faced death together on previous adventures, so she definitely trusts you. The question is, will she be of use to you on your quest here? Can she?
We're going somewhere that's magic, right? We're going somewhere that has some kind of mystic situation going on.
It's possible. It's possible.
We know there's someone with the mystic situation going on out there.
I don't know enough to interpret the markings that Sadia's leaving behind, so she probably is useful in that way. And, I mean, it is her baby brother, and it's really nice to have that NPC for that free +1 get an advantage.
Yeah. All right. She's coming along.
Yeah. Well, it's not a freebie +1. You'll still have to actually secure an advantage to get it, but it gives you a very believable opportunity to make a secure an advantage roll. It's just the, making it seem natural. All right, then the four of you are going to head out towards this old keep. They all died. Oh no, my beloved peasant caravan.
Oh no, I was thinking that.
All right. So you guys know what rules we get to break out for this?
Delve.
Delve.
Are we delving? Oh.
This stream is not sponsored. However, Iron Sworn is a free rule set. Delve is a paid expansion. And after all the fun we had in Season 1 with Iron Sworn, I had no problem buying the Delve rules. They're a very natural extension. So I'm going
Spend that Dabble Worlds money.
That's right. We gotta make it. We gotta make it use. Oh man, I got the Dabble Worlds bill the other day. $10 for December. Sheesh, those server costs are insane.
Wow, calm down.
He's making too many levels. He can't be stopped. All right, so we need to know for a delve. The idea is this is very similar to undertaking a journey or swearing a vow. We give it a difficulty, and there's a progress bar that fills up as we continue through it. So we choose a theme and domain. I believe this is going to be kind of a mesh of domains. This is not only a ruin, but also it is frozen. Because this is a very cold climate. So we're going to kind of mix and match a little bit on the domain.
So, we haven't had an opportunity to get new assets in a really, really long time. So maybe it would be worth swearing a vow.
Ooh.
Just to get the XP points so we can actually get some new assets.
Now, it's weird to do that when basically your goal is like right up the road. It's not out of the question.
We're trying to fix a problem that the game caused.
Yeah, basically.
Where to fix it?
Promise her we're gonna save her brother.
I mean, basically, you can. I mean, it kind of makes the moment a lot heavier, and maybe makes the triple, need to be a little bit more dangerous to give it enough weight to merit the vow.
We're delving.
I mean, just from a purely mechanical perspective, I've really wanted Herbalist 3 for a long time.
It's true. And yeah, there's nothing you want to respec out. Like, your assets are pretty well chosen.
Yeah, I'm pretty well, she's pretty optimized. We just haven't had any opportunities to get XP in a really long time.
Yeah, there's not been a lot of cases where you've been like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah,
This whole season.
There's no evidence that this girl isn't like a child abductor either.
I guess.
Well, we decided he's what, 17, 18?
All right, so mechanically speaking, just game balance wise, when you swear a vow, that's going to be something pretty important and kind of difficult to accomplish.
We don't technically know they're in danger.
I mean, that's
just,
well.
They
didn't come back.
Okay, well.
So.
And there was a troll. So whatever she did may be why the troll showed up.
So if you want to do this for XP, you're gonna have to swear an iron vow, which is a move that you have to make.
Whole group, right?
Oh, and speaking of, for bonds, I am gonna rule that you have a bond with both Lucia and George. Just heads up on that.
Yeah.
Because you guys had a whole arc in season 2, and though I think in the meantime a bond has formed. You won't have to roll to forge that bond. That happened off camera in the filler episodes in between. The beach episode. So you can do a heart roll with an extra +1. And then
Just Torgan forward.
and that can net you some momentum. Just a heads up there. If you get a strong hit, that's 2 extra momentum.
The only person who has room to gain extra momentum right now, 2, is Glane, and we're not going to trust his heart.
And
Just
yet,
on
he has the
principle.
same heart as you.
Yeah, but like if we just look at pure character design,
That's true. The stats don't quite line up with what you'd expect.
Poison heart.
I promise you, I will do everything in my power to avoid saving Sadia while I'm out getting George back.
Yeah. I will pass her to get him.
All right, who's gonna roll to swear the vow? It's either gonna be a +3 or a +4.
I will roll.
All right, Torgan will roll. And let me make sure you don't have any special bonuses related to that. Let's see. Gather information
I can
about
get one,
a
but I
beast.
don't have it yet.
I mean, technically, if we've got a bond with someone, then I'm trying to aid an ally.
That's true.
No.
I mean, Lucia is
Danger.
our ally. This is true.
Well, within the game glossary, she is not an ally. The only
Well-
people that are allies are Serene, Glane, and Torgan. She's not even technically a companion.
That's fair.
She's just a character.
Morgan's gonna aid Serene in finding George.
All right, Torgan's gonna roll +4 on swearing an iron vow, which
it
is a
doesn't
big
succeed-
deal. Like when
if it doesn't succeed, we just leave him alone. We just leave him. Just go.
well, no, you can still do it. It's just there's a significant obstacle.
We're just doing it for free.
Hmm. So, the 3 of you are what is known within the Ironlands as Ironsworn. Brave adventurers that will right wrongs, and when they see something that needs doing, that they believe truly in, they swear what is called an iron vow, a solemn promise to see their quest completed. These are not handed out lightly. They are kind of a big deal. And so Torgan, in a very kind of a bit, puts on a bit of a show, but not out of wanting to, put on a show, but just because this is how
Emotionally
he
charged moment.
makes these vows. This is how he swears his vow. He holds aloft the sword of Zura that he has carried with him for so long. And then he says these noble words. That's your line, Torgan. Go ahead.
I swear unto the Iron Lands on the sword of Zora that we will rescue George,
George.
and if possible, we'll bring back the tree nut too.
Bye, George. All right. You almost got the spit take, GQ. Congratulations. Very close. All right,
Pretty
here
good
we
with
go.
delay.
Yeah. All right, we're rolling for it, and we have no. Wow.
All right.
Well,
Let's do it anyway.
hang on.
We'll do it live.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, he has momentum.
He has momentum. And this might be one of those cases where you want to use it.
I mean, it would basically be worthless if we didn't. So yeah, I'll use my momentum and make it a
Okay.
weak hit.
Okay, weak hit is better than a strong miss. Because on a weak hit, you actually get an extra momentum, so you get a little bit of a rebate. So we'll take that.
And I mean, we do have more questions than answers. That's a true
Yes,
statement.
that fits very well with the plot right now. We know what we need to do to find a path forward. We know we have a pretty good idea of where they were heading. We don't know why. We don't know if they're okay. All we really know right now is they were heading back towards the ruins. We need to figure out why they went back and where they are now. And so we now have an iron vow sworn.
Question. Even though we're going backwards, is this still going to count as progress?
Oh, don't worry about your journey.
Okay.
Rules is written, even if you have to backtrack a bit, your progress is still... There's nothing in the rules that ever removes progress.
Okay.
Delve is gonna have its own progress in this ruins.
It is, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So let's see here. So we have to give the quest a rank.
Everybody remember where we parked.
That's right. It is more than troublesome. It is dangerous. Is it formidable? That is the question there. Now, does the rank... I believe that the rank also affects how much the... Where is the swear a vow? Here we go. Down. Nope. I lost it. Swear a vow. Here we go. Fulfill a vow. Yeah, it's experience. It's not only the difficulty, but also the experience itself. So we are going to say that this is a dangerous quest, which would, if completed, provide just enough experience points for Serene to choose her other asset that she wants, as long as it's not a new card.
It's good for everybody.
I actually have one
Especially
banked,
George.
so I could get a new card.
You could. You have a lot of cards already. You have a tremendous number of cards. Oh wait, not as many.
Yeah.
Not as many. You did respec.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably implement some kind of limit on the number of cards, but yeah, that's a discussion for another day. All right, so Ugh.
Quick, buy a bunch of cards.
Ugh. All right, so you guys are heading for... You are going to delve through the ruins of... Let's see, what are these ruins going to be? We're going to grab something from the delve rules here. If I can scroll down to the right spot that I just had the page selected moments ago. I'm sure it's very cool. Ah, here we go. Let's see here. Let's go with that. Darkfall Ruins. Ruins of Dubstaria. Perfect. All right, so right now, you guys are still kind of with the caravan, but you've told them, go on ahead. We will return. You have our word. And you guys begin preparations to head out. So, now the question is there anything you need to grab or prepare for the journey? There's a whole nother set of rules for Delve, but for the most part, it's the same as undertaking a journey. You're going to roll to try and make progress. Good timing. Oh, because it's snail. Things will happen, and then we resolve the dice and loop through that.
Can we resupply by picking at the caravan before we leave? Even though it's going to leave them a little under, I don't really think it's that big of a deal since they're sitting still.
I don't think so. No.
Caravan supply is our supply.
Yeah. That does not work, unfortunately.
I could try. We are in a dense forest. I could try making a resupply roll and do some hunting while we're going through. There's bound to be some kind of something.
Nuts.
Well, not this cold area,
Yeah,
probably, but there's probably, I don't know, some rabbits or something.
We can eat pine cones. There's pine trees.
Yeah, just remember that every roll is a risk.
Yeah.
I think supply-wise we're good. We can just run in there.
I mean, but we're really not. That's the problem. Is even if one of us gets injured and Serene needs to try to heal us, our supplies are already not great.
Let's
That's my concern.
keep that concern in mind, and if we get a good opportunity, then let's try a resupply roll, but I don't think right now is a good opportunity.
Okay.
Unless we could maybe scavenge where we were camping last night, but that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, there is a chance when doing a delve that you can find additional items as necessary.
That's true. We did
Oh,
find barrels of items last time.
Hold that thought one bit. I need to maybe check on something. I'll be right back. Keep discussing your plans.
Do we really have to do this? I mean, can't we just leave them? It solves two problems at once.
We'll make amazing time. But we've already sworn this vow now. We promised somebody.
I have gotten a little bit attached to my puppy.
Oh.
You're jealous.
That's... Oh!
You think that he's taken...
Now it's
he's
coming
taken,
out.
She's taken him away from you. You want him back.
Oh!
I think you're a little off.
I think judging by his reaction, I'm right on the money.
No.
We figured it out.
Oh,
We
good.
figured it out while you were gone.
Oh.
Serene is jealous of the tree girl for taking George away.
It all makes sense.
Not at all, actually. Serene's just gonna hang out with Lucia and make eye contact, roll her eyes, and just keep going.
Mm-mm.
These foolish boys.
I would like to collect a small gathering of stones and keep them in a pouch in my cloak.
All right.
As we approach.
You officially have stones. Well, so that's tricky because basically in the Ironsworn rules, you try not to ever keep track of what anyone has, because once you do that, you can never say, oh, of course I have this item right here that I need. Because now you're keeping track of what you have.
Look at all these healing potions I've got.
Well, I mean, we're walking through the woods, so there's just going to be an abundance of stones and stuff everywhere. They're free.
Well, then what? Then you don't need to bring it up, and we can just roll later if you needed some stones.
If I needed to bring it up now, I am.
Oh, okay.
Because
well,
we're going into ruins, and there could be traps, and we could try to
stones.
Look for them, and throw stones to trigger traps, and look for booby traps before we venture through.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to get there and be like, I want to throw a rock, and you ask me where the rock came from. It came from right now. It came from this.
Incredible.
Dice rolling, son of a bee. So let's go.
I mean, we'll see if the rules as written support your rock narrative.
You want oxygen? That's not included. Thank you.
I have enough rocks to choke a giraffe.
Established. He's always carrying around rocks, even when he's drowning in the water. The rocks are on him. They're pulling him down. They're established. Darn it!
I have so many, I can't possibly get rid of them all.
All right. Well, now we got that all settled. We are going to be delving into Darkfall Ruins with our special rules here, the Delve rules. And let's see here. There is a special roll.
Let's delve the deeps.
Let's delve the deeps. All right. We begin with discovering a site. And I don't actually have this built into the nice little display bot because it's a separate set of cards. Let me make sure I didn't add that at some point. No, I did not. Okay. So, discover a site is the move. When you resolve to enter a perilous site in pursuit of an objective, choose the theme and domain which best represent its nature. Got that. Give it a rank. Got that. This is a dangerous site. If you are returning to we're not returning to a previously explored site, and then you may make the move Delve the Depths to explore the place. And this is the confusing one that you have an option here.
Oh yeah, this is where we
Mhm,
go with
you remember.
secrecy
Stealth.
or all that stuff.
Yep,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that has a different table.
Yes.
Remind me what the roll table looks like.
All right. Actually, you know what I can do is I will grab a quick snipping tool snip of it and throw that into the DobbsQuest lobby here, so that we have that available, so you can see the breakdown of the numbers. To bring all the viewers at home in the loop on this, you will make a roll, and then on a strong hit, you mark progress on the progress bar, and maybe you get a little bonus. On a miss, something bad happens. But on a weak hit, it depends. You can choose to delve the depths with either edge, shadow, or wits, based on kind of how you're exploring the area. You know, to going very slowly and sneakily, being very cautious and methodical, or just trying to blaze through quickly and with a lot of speed. And depending on how you are going through it, a weak hit could have different effects. It could be that you get double progress, or that you get to choose between progress or a little bonus room. It could be that you just reveal a danger and mark progress. And the weighting of that roll depends on which way you are exploring the dungeon. So it's like one has a 45% chance of progress and danger. One has a 30% chance of progress and danger. So there's this nice little table. But that's what we're going to get into soon on this. So let's see here. We need to figure out, first off, the nature of the room itself, which the delve rules so helpfully do supply us with. I need a dice roller. Let's get that D20 SRD dice bag. So what we need is, first off, we got to figure out marching order. At this point, we don't actually know if we're at the ruins yet. Depends on what kind of room we roll. But you guys describe how you're going to be approaching this. I think Glane was quick to say that we're going to be stealthing about.
Well, I didn't necessarily say that.
Oh, okay.
I want to be wary of traps. So that might actually be going forward with wits, because we don't know if there's any enemies here. We didn't follow any guys to the site, so we don't know who we're hiding from. But we don't want to just run through, because they might have fallen into a trap. And we don't want to fall into that trap.
Yeah, I kind of like the waiting on the table for wits. Or not for wits, for edge.
One fast.
But
quick progress, but
there's
dangerous.
also a lot of risk.
Mm-hmm. Higher chance of progress and higher chance for dangers.
And we all have suspect
Suspect,
edge stats.
I believe is the
All suspect.
Yeah.
is the term.
I can get to a 3, but it adds additional risk for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Wits might be our best chance for now to get started, because we're going to be literally tracking them through the forest.
This is true.
We can start running when the axes start swinging.
Yeah. All right.
We can always adjust our tack later on as necessary.
This is true. All right, well, let's begin with the delve move here. Delving the depth with edge. We're going fast. Gotta go fast.
Kill dogs.
All right, so with...
Starting with wits, we will switch to edge.
Switch to wits. All right.
Yeah.
Switch to wits. Wits, observation, intuition, and expertise being your primary...
We're tracking them.
Yes, primary method of transit here. All right, so here we go. Rolling with wits. Serene will be making this roll, being very witty. The first delve roll is... Ooh, okay. Wow, look at those numbers. A weak hit. Which, of course, wits is... for no matter how you're going about it, when you get a weak hit, you have to roll on the table. And we get a 4. Hey, Jed. Okay, so 4 is we mark progress and reveal a danger. All right, and so for reveal a danger, it depends on the thing. Let's see. So I need to. Where are the dangers? Here we go. Okay. Ah, excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So progress is made. You guys, the party makes its way through the thick woods. Serene is careful to pay close attention to any signs of where George and Luce and oh, did you die in the mines? Hovercat died in the Stardew mines.
Oh no!
I kind of had a heart sink moment, like, oh no, what's happening?
Rip.
Yeah, you scared me just a little bit with the no-nos. What's happening? All right.
Overly dramatic, perhaps.
No, not overly dramatic.
I lost my sword. You gotta be kidding me.
She lost her sword. All right. Was it serpents? What was the enemy that killed you?
Kind of a mix.
Okay. It was a mob of.
Mostly a void.
Mostly a void. Well, you're supposed to avoid those. All right. So, Serena is carefully watching the signs of where the two have gone off to. Glane is keeping a hand on his dagger as he travels, doubling up his cloak as another cold wind blows by, keeping close eye for any dangers that may be lurking.
Turtle gamer?
And yes, lurking turtle gaming. Torgan keeping his shield ready to defend at the first sign of any threat. And being careful to watch his feet, as the terrain is not easy to traverse. The woods are thick, and off the path there are a lot of knotted roots ready to trip any adventurers up. And who knows, a terrible crevice could be waiting around any bend. But progress
there's
is
snow
made.
on the ground, right?
There is a dusting here in the forest.
So that should make tracking pretty simple.
You would hope so. It's Gracie. And apparently it does help in some way, because you guys have followed the signs of George and Sadia and found your way to the Darkfall ruins. Progress made. However, danger. Danger reads that we have precarious architecture or terrain.
Okay. They're ruins, that makes sense.
They are ruins. And the first difficulty is figuring out how to get in. The crevice jumped right at me. From what you can tell, it looks like danger. It looks like the two that you're after have gone into the ruins at some point recently. However, perhaps as a result of their entrance, or maybe they entered in spite of this danger, the path leading towards the door is an old stone bridge over a kind of dangerous crevice, but it is in horrible condition. Stones crumbling, the bridge decaying. It doesn't look entirely safe. There are large gaps and very untrustworthy cracks in the stonework.
Glane, throw one of your rocks on it and see if it holds.
Yes,
You know, because we're not actually keeping track of anything at any given time, I actually have the rope that we always have throughout this entire campaign. And if Serene can shoot an arrow across the thing, we can make a rope bridge that we can kind of monkey across.
At least use it to help in case the bridge gives way under our feet or something.
Yeah, it can just be there, and we can hold it, and if it gives away, we got a rope.
So Delve actually has special rules for that. There's a move called Check Your Gear. When you need to have a specific helpful item, and you have at least +1 supply, which you do, roll supply. So roll a +2. On a strong hit, you have the item, and you get momentum. On a weak hit, you have it, but your resources are diminished. Take the momentum and lose 1 supply, and on a miss, you don't have it, and the situation grows more perilous. Pay the price.
That bridge is just going to collapse right in front of us. All right.
So, we're going to check for the rope.
We are.
All right.
I think Glane should do it because Glane or Torgan, because they need the momentum the most.
That's true.
And because I said it.
I mean, Torgan mostly, but... And it's the same +2 no matter who rolls, so who's it going to be?
Oh, yeah. I did bring enough rocks to just fill a crevice. I could just keep throwing rocks down there.
No, you brought enough rocks to choke a giraffe. That's slightly different.
Please don't. I put those giraffes there for a reason, and I don't need anybody hurting them.
We lose more Toys R Us's that way.
Poor Jeffrey.
I really do need the momentum,
Mm-hmm.
and there's very little risk involved here.
If you want to roll it, you can.
Very.
I just
If
said
you
it, so I
don't
figured
mind.
it would be me. You know, Torgan, you always carry that rope. Check for your rope.
Yeah,
I
let's-
do
you know, let's
always
see
seem to have that
Let's see if
rope.
Torgan's got that rope with it.
I gave you the rope.
That's right. Yeah.
Let's find out if Torgan's got the rope. Let's see here.
Dirty
we
rope.
kind of left in a hurry. Did I remember it? I did not. I forgot the rope.
Oh, we
Ah,
left the rope, or the rope is damaged in some way. Either way.
Yeah, no, I think he just forgot it at the caravan because we didn't know we needed it.
On a miss, you don't have it, and the situation grows more perilous. Pay the price. You guys know how there was like a light dusting of snow blowing in? It seems like that is kind of upgrading a bit to a bit of a, it's going from a dusting to a flurry to maybe a little bit more of a light snowstorm of sort blowing in. You guys feel a strong gust of wind blow, chilling you to the bone, and visibility begins to greatly be affected by the heavy snowfall.
Well, if we're going to try and get across this bridge, we should do it before we have to compete with the weight of the snow.
Well, you can attempt just to deftly nimble your way across.
That seems like our only option.
I don't really want to go back to yeeting people.
True. All right.
We could go
Am I-
back for the rope.
You
Am
can
I able
face
to-
danger here.
to use my light bearer ability, not like as a blast, but like kind of to prime it to light things up a little bit.
To kind of help with the visibility.
Yeah, just to kind of put my hand out and get ready to shoot, but don't, and kind of get like a bit of a glow.
We're going to pop the glow
that
stick.
Would
Glane is now a glow stick.
Yeah.
that would
That would
fall
aid us.
under making a move to overcome or navigate darkness. Well, would it?
Wow. I was thinking aid an ally, but whatever.
I would let you do a +1 aid an ally in exchange for 1 light.
I have 2 or 3 of those. Or 1.
You have 1.
So I'd be out.
Yep.
Alright, well,
Might not be worth it.
yeah, we might just try to get across this bridge.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find a torch later on.
All right. So,
3 seasons and I die to a hole.
a hero's death. All right. If someone is going to try and get across, they can describe how they're going to do it, and then we can roll to face a danger to see if they make it. And that will, once someone succeeds, you all succeed. Fail as a team, prevail as a team. Cross stitch that.
Well, let's tiptoe across.
All right, we're going for agility and caution.
Yeah.
All right, so that is going to be an edge roll. Serene.
Yeah, probably.
The nimble,
Mask.
light-footed
Yeah.
archer.
All right, so that's going to be an edge roll of 3. 2 + 1 for the mask.
On a good path, because I've got a unique silhouette.
Your armor is heavy.
And I've got all these
geared for
rocks.
war. Yeah, he's got all these rocks. He's just been carrying for miles. All right, let's see if Serene makes it across. Yes! Strong hit.
Oh, thank God.
On a strong hit, you are successful. Take 1 momentum. Well-earned momentum.
Whoop whoop.
Serene, nimbly, with her elven grace, kind of gets from stone to stone, just identifying very quickly on the fly exactly which ones are going to be sturdy enough. There's a moment where there's a bit of tumbling stones as a little bit of weight is put on one edge, but she corrects quickly and leads the team safely up to the doors. The old wooden doors with an old wrought iron handle. The door is swinging in the snowstorm wind as though someone has already forced it open recently.
Well, let's investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that we can jam this swinging door open so that it doesn't get sucked closed by the winds?
Oh, sure.
Stick a
You're
rock
able
up
to fashion a doorstop out of a pile of rocks you were carrying around.
One of my many rocks is a wedge-shaped one.
All right.
Right.
So we're going to delve the depths again.
Although when we get to the end of this place, we get to teleport out, so who cares?
It's a 1-roll teleport.
Yeah.
All right. We need to figure out how we're going to delve next. Haste, stealthily, or with expertise and intuition.
We need to keep rolling with wits, right?
Yeah. Caution, expertise.
Okay. Now, you guys mentioned at some point maybe switching over to edge, but not yet.
Yeah, when everything when everything hits the fan or something happens.
When things start going
Which
poorly.
cares?
All right, we're gonna maintain caution. Right now, you still don't know where George and Sadie are. This old building is bigger than you would have expected from the distance you saw it at. Perhaps just a trick of perspective, but this building is actually much more spacious once you get up on it. So we're gonna roll with wits, which for who's gonna be manning that? Serene again or Glaine or Torgan?
I'll go.
All right, here we go. I guess you don't get momentum for a good hit, so no momentum to spread around here. Here we go, rolling for Serene. Oh, a weak hit. But that's something.
10.
Yeah, I
Glad
mean,
we're still moving with wits.
yeah, seriously. All right, here we go. D100 to see what we get here. 31, which is, again, mark progress and reveal a danger. Anything up to a 40 is going to be that. So we get progress on our tracker. Ding. And a danger. What danger do we get? Let's roll and find out. 22. Danger. Danger. Ooh. Signs of a horrible fate. So you guys aren't the only ones that have been through here, it seems. You guys, well, let's figure out where you're making your way through. How about that?
Probably the main hallway.
Features. We need features here. Yeah, you're still making your way through some of these crumbling corridors and chambers. And it seems like you have stumbled upon someone who perhaps was seeking shelter in the snowstorms at some point. Not anyone you know, and by the looks of things, they were here a long time ago. Some solo traveler of some sort, either well seasoned in the journey and brave enough to take it, or dumb enough to attempt it. Either way, but something went wrong in their journey, and they sought shelter here. As far as you can tell, their remains are sort of huddled up in one corner with as much scraps of old decaying cloth as they could muster together.
Oh.
I mean, now might be the time to loot them for supplies.
I mean, technically, you can resupply off of scavenging.
I ain't rolling that.
I mean, Glane does like to loot dead things.
He does, doesn't he? Glane, would you like to loot the dead thing?
Who said it? So, I keep getting bit by dead things every time I try to steal something.
You know what? You're right.
I mean, this one doesn't look like it's got any bite in it.
I mean, how much of an advantage would he get as opposed to me doing it?
I mean, maybe, you know what? I think I saw them holding something shiny in that gnarled frozen hand of theirs.
Oh.
I may be imagining things. We'll let the dice decide.
I'll do it. I wanna see what they got.
Oh boy.
Maybe a rope.
Maybe it could be a rope. A nice shiny new rope.
And maybe we say something nice and, like, they obviously died here, so maybe we, in order to just not be haunted,
Let's play the hero role here.
you know, maybe a little prayer or something.
Yeah.
I might be able to do I have some salt I can throw on this?
I mean, if you wanted to season it, I'm not gonna stop you, but
Blessing salt!
oh, right.
When I was looking for supplies, I didn't need food.
Blessing salt, good grief.
He's made of jerky.
Oh no. A seasoned adventurer.
Goodness. Heathens.
All right. Rolling with wits to resupply. Torgan takes a look at the remains to see if there's anything worth borrowing. Take up to 2 supply, but suffer 1 momentum for each. You want to buy some supply?
Oh, I mean, to be honest, 1 is as good as 2, so I guess I'll take 1.
Is it though?
I can't imagine what a 2 would do that a 1 wouldn't.
But I mean, you could go down to a 0 and have a total of 4 supply.
Yeah, but there's a consequence when you're at 0 momentum.
No, there's not.
Oh.
Negative momentum is where things go terribly wrong.
Oh. Okay.
Well, maybe Glane helps you.
I'll give him tips. This is how I do it.
All right, what is your... what do you say?
I'll go down to 0.
All right. Looks like you found some useful supplies. This guy, I mean, he was well stocked with... He was prepared for a journey. He had with him a pack of gear of, you know, indeterminate specific items. We're not going to say specifically. But had a lot of different pieces of useful items on him. And you know what? He did have something shiny. He had a nice little dagger that was in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like that's been damaged by the elements at all. He was holding it pretty close.
Oh, I've got a new weapon.
Always handy to have. So Torgan pockets some supplies really quick.
Serene
Right.
glares at these
Serene
heathens
gets
and
out
does
the paprika.
Serene does a quick little blessing for this poor lost soul because she's not a heathen like these two.
I discreetly give Torgan whatever our realm's version of a high five is.
We say, Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
Perfect. All right. Boy, this momentum
Sorry about your
spread.
life. Thanks for the knife.
Just like kind of put flap one of these blankets he had over the top of it and just kind of like, okay, sorry, dude. Sorry you died. Please don't haunt us.
Sorry.
Please
Sorry
don't
about
haunt
them.
the centaur.
Had to bring up the centaur thing.
Oh,
All right. So, who is going to be leading the next step of the delve? You guys have 4 of 10 progress in your hunt for George.
You got a new knife. You need some momentum. Maybe you can take it.
I was going to say, that was the question,
Yeah.
is there any move that I could do right now that would gain me some momentum?
Yes. Securing an advantage, gathering information are both easy ways to,
Oh man, I
If
want to
you
gather
succeed-
some information.
if you
Who was
succeed.
this guy?
I want to gather some information from this guy. I want to examine my new knife.
How are you gathering information from the knife?
Talk to.
Does it talk? Are there any markings on the
Like,
knife?
if you want to investigate this guy and find out a little bit more about him, you can try
yeah,
that.
but to be fair, that doesn't really help us though.
No, but securing an advantage could.
Okay, so yeah, I want to see who this guy was and how.
Oh well, that
prepared he
doesn't.
was
See,
for
that
this.
does not. Yeah, if you're gonna try and investigate the guy, that's definitely gather information, and no, it doesn't really help your quest
Right.
necessarily. Securing an advantage is a definite, like, I have an idea of something that can help us move forward in the ruins.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I'm gonna try, and then we roll and see if it helps.
Is that a map on the wall?
You are here.
Guys, I have an idea.
This used to be an Orange Julius.
Is this very human in manufacture, this building?
It does appear so.
Okay. Figured.
Yeah.
Can I figure out possibly if I like lick my finger and find out if I can feel if there's any
Oh,
breeze coming from anywhere?
That's
or...
something else. Is if you roll a strong hit on a delve, or certain weak hits on a delve, you get to find an opportunity, and that is always worth a little bit of momentum. Well, if you so choose, you have the opportunity to take momentum.
We could just call out and see if our friends answer us.
That wouldn't be with stealth though,
It would certainly not be, but
No.
because I
We
thought
tell
that.
what the purpose of the room that we are in is.
it is in fact a hallway meant to connect multiple rooms through some central corridor.
All right, so we're not in like a main room, like a throne room or an armory or a
No, it's
kitchen or anything.
You're in the entrance basically at this point. You
Okay.
guys have walked through the door, and you saw a corpse.
I have a silly question.
Uh-huh.
Because if anyone can ask a silly question, it's me. It's ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the ruins of a castle? The ruins of a worship center? What is this the ruins of?
It doesn't appear to be a site of worship. Let's see here.
Ruins can mean a lot. My house
Sure
is in
can.
ruins.
I thought we called it a keep at some point.
Well, then,
Yeah, if anything, it looks like it was, not necessarily home to multiple people, but in perhaps some strategic location that needed to be defended. Perhaps
like
at one point, this was a reasonable stop along the road.
It's like a decaying fort
Yeah,
of
something
some
like
kind,
that.
just kind of outpost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Door
that
that
would
we
have-
came
that
through.
would have a storeroom.
The door that we came through is jarred open. Do any of the other doors that go out of this hallway look like they've been interacted with recently or broken down or
Are there
Signs
footprints
of
in the
entry.
dust and or snow?
See, that would be a good little advantage securing kind of thing. Is I want to use
That
my
one.
I'm gonna try and find if I'm gonna check the doors, check for footprints, see if I can intuit where someone has gone.
Hey, I want to do that.
Okay,
yeah.
here we go, Torgan. Torgan's gonna do that. Torgan's
would
got an
be
idea.
Probably with wits.
It was, and it did well. So, Torgan, you have a strong hit. You get a choice. And I think I know which one you're going to take. You can either choose to take control, making another move with a bonus, or you can grab 2 momentum right now.
I
No
need the
questions
momentum.
asked.
Yeah, because if I end up going negative momentum, I don't want to pull out that table.
That's true. Yeah, you. It looks like you can you've got an idea of which way they went. Just checking the doors, checking for footprints. You think you've got a pretty good idea of which path they took. Are you guys ready to roll another delve the depths attempt?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Who's gonna roll and with what?
This is a chance of momentum, right?
There's a chance of momentum. A strong hit is you've got the opportunity to choose momentum, and a weak hit, there's a chance of finding an opportunity. It is most likely when rolling with wits.
Let's let Torian make a few wits rolls.
Yeah, because you know what? I think I found out which way they went, so
Torgan feels like he's got a handle on this.
yeah.
All right.
Serene might be distracted studying old tapestries on the wall or something.
She
being,
kind of, yeah.
being the academic she is.
She gets in her head a little bit at times and just kind of like, oh, this has some influences from some other architecture about this era. All right, Torgan is going to check it out. A strong hit for the first time on Delve the Depths.
Yes.
On a strong hit, you delve deeper, mark progress, and find an opportunity. Okay, so we haven't done the find an opportunity roll yet. So this fancy little rule right here. When you encounter a helpful situation or feature within a site, roll on the following table. If you are making this move as the result of a strong hit on Delve the Depths, which we are, you may pick or envision an opportunity instead of rolling. So, Torgan, I'm going to throw this card into the Discord for you to take a look at. And so the main thing is you may then choose one. You may either take 1 momentum or you and basically everyone has the opportunity to make a move leveraging whatever opportunity this room that we're getting to has. And when you do, you get a +1 on that move and momentum on a hit. So this is an opportunity that you could kind of like get some momentum rolling for everybody if anybody wants to risk making a roll. But the idea is that whatever you choose has to somehow be based on, or whatever they do as a move has to be based on what you're choosing as, here's the advantage I found.
So the only negative thing that you can roll on this is a 95 through a 98?
So we're not even rolling.
Oh.
Because you got a strong hit instead of a weak hit that resulted in an opportunity, you get to actually pick from the table.
Oh, I just get to pick.
You just get to pick which one.
Okay.
So you just come up with like what happened? What just happened here? You were looking around. You like, I know a way we can figure out how to find them. And you you're checking. I don't know if you were checking like, oh, this door's been recently opened, or hey, it looks like this might be a sign of footprints here. But somehow this leads you to one of these results, and you get to pick which one.
Hey, here's George.
I mean, the Denizen in need of help is an option.
Well, okay, so Denizen has to be not the MacGuffin you're after. It has to be something that kind of is here as part of the area.
I said this was kind of my problem from the very beginning. So, hey, look at that! I seem to have come to a room full of preserved snacks and good things.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good things, and it looks like other people have eaten from here recently too. I bet we could do some resupplying from here and scavenge and forage.
Okay, so you choose this area provides an opportunity to scavenge, forage, or hunt. So
Yeah.
it does
We
not
found the
necessarily
armory.
provide you with resupply. So it'd be a place where, hey, it looks like there could be something useful here. Like, hey, this looks like it was a pantry. There's lots of old barrels. Maybe something here is still good that we can take for the journey. Or, yeah, like, hey, this looks like it was the armory. A lot of this stuff is old, but maybe if we search, we might find some useful stuff.
Yeah. It's a store area.
Yeah. Is that what you want to go for?
Yes.
All right. This area provides an opportunity to scavenge, forage, or hunt. So it looks like resupply is possible in this room. It looks like kind of an old storehouse of some sort. There's lots of old crates, barrels, chests. Some of it looks pretty broken up. Like maybe some raiders have traveled through at some point in the past and already kind of picked the area a bit. But there's a chance that there's something here of use if you want to try a resupply roll. And in
Yes.
addition, because of find an opportunity, anyone who takes an action related to this being an area, a storehouse of some sort, if anybody takes a move and somehow relates it to it being a storage room, then you get a +1 on it and an extra momentum if you succeed.
Boy, all this stuff sure does look good. I mean, surely if this was a place for storage, there's supplies here, and I can't imagine we couldn't use some more supplies.
Well, would you like to try a resupply roll, Torgon?
I would. I
Oh,
would very much
fancy
like
that.
to resupply from this.
How about that? All right, let's try it. And you're going to get a +1. A strong hit. So you have just topped off your supplies. And you get momentum because of your find an opportunity roll. So good job there.
Hey.
Now, next up is what exactly did we just stumble upon? Well, we'll flesh out the details in a little bit. First off, does anyone else want to make any rolls related to this room? Because right now, there's a +1 on the table for anybody who takes a move related to the room.
I'd like to loosely try something, if I'm allowed.
Yeah? What do you got in mind?
Yeah. Rummaging through all the stuff that Torgon found. Not super impressed with the stuff that he seems to be happy to find.
Mm-hmm.
But then I come across this one food storage area, and Glane finds his favorite meal. Every time he's eaten this meal throughout his life, even as a kid, he feels like he's supercharged. Like he's back to full health, so to speak. It's a glazed ham.
The
So I want
glazed
to see
ham.
if this glazed ham is as good as the one I used to have, because if I eat this, I'll be topped off with health.
Are you really?
It's a 100-year-old glazed ham.
We are.
Oh, look,
It's preserved.
This
Look,
is
we
the
have
equivalent
a
of.
ham-flavored health potion.
This is the equivalent of punch a trash can, find a chicken, eat it. Like, punch a trash can, an entire roast chicken lands on the ground.
You made it sound like it was food storage. So there's food here. There's supplies.
I mean, I was thinking more along the lines of maybe there's some, like,
Dried beans?
like something that would have kept somehow.
Then it's his
preserved.
favorite jerky. I don't know. Food.
Well, okay,
His
so
favorite.
are you trying to do a heal check?
Yeah. But I'm trying to relate it to the stuff we found.
Maybe there's some old
Why not?
bandages or something.
Why not just do bandages?
It's all one big dice, right? Whether I find a bandage or a chicken, I'm doing it.
That's fine. There's just a flavor to the story that needs to be respected.
Cured ham. good job. Al.
Yeah, cured ham.
And it's not a side scroll beat 'em up where you're gonna punch a barrel and find a large pizza.
I rub it on my injuries. Look at that.
Good job, Al. Okay. A heal check in storage room. Sure.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. It's a little rough, but we'll take it. Glane is going to attempt to heal with a +3. And he succeeds.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Incredible.
What a ham.
Glane finds in some of the old... What just happened there? Okay, there we go.
Goose loves it.
Tinned ham. You find a can of Spam that has not expired.
It's one of those canned hams that has the big pull tab on it.
Now, among the storage supplies, there is some medical aid equipment that you can salvage, old bandages, a few helpful remedies. Yes. But yes, you are successfully able to treat some of your wounds that you've sustained on the journey.
So I'm more interested in a gather information check.
I like that.
So there's just random stuff. We're in a random storage room. So maybe there's a bookcase in the corner that maybe has some old falling apart books on it. Or maybe there's a journal or something that might be in one of these boxes. Or if nothing else, maybe one of these boxes just has some paper in it that I can use to refill my notebook.
Yeah, let's search the area a bit. Let's gather some information.
Classic Serene.
I mean, the main thing we're trying to find is where is
Makes more
George
sense
and
than
Sadia? That's the big thing here.
It makes more sense than ham.
You might find a map to the castle.
Serene, oh no. A dire threat or an unwelcome truth. Well, let me get over to the Oracle here.
That ham was bad.
I like how Serene is trying to read books to advance our quests, and I'm over there eating garbage chicken. You're stupid.
Let's see here. All right, action theme. Risk support. Do you want to burn momentum?
No.
Okay.
This is a dumb time to do that.
That's true.
It was just to gather information check.
Risk support. Yeah, there's a bookshelf, and you know what? It kind of looks like there's something that's kind of fallen behind. Most of the shelving has been cleared off, but it looks like there's some old page back there. If you can just kind of scoot it out of the way, maybe you can get to it. And as you find purchase in pulling it, you hear the wood splinter a bit, and looking up, you see that this bookshelf is kind of holding up some old rotting supports. I'm going to take risk support very literally from the Oracle.
Very nice.
And it looks like the upper floor, this wooden ceiling in this room, it begins to crumble under whatever weight is above it.
Oops. Let's run.
Serene, with speed, agility, or precision, +3, dives to get away from the falling debris. Success, but at a cost.
I didn't get the paper.
Well, I mean, that's the obvious failure. You definitely did not gather information. We already failed on that. Let's see here. Tired or hurt, dispirited, sacrifice resources, delayed, lose advantage, or face a new danger.
There was definitely a wolf upstairs that just landed in our
Oh, no.
in the midst of us.
That wolf from the intro.
It's
Oh, no.
raining wolves.
We found it.
The wolf upstairs is just saying, "How could this day get any worse?" And it falls to the floor.
It's a living. Let's see here. See if anything helps on the Oracle. Not really. This is not the first time I've rolled Mourn Knowledge, which is fitting for a punishment
that's
per
true.
day. But
I
no,
remember
we
when
will
that bookcase
say
caught on fire.
we will say
Dispirited.
minor injuries that you can roll away if you roll well. Serene dives to get out of the way. She's a little battered by some of the falling debris, but Let's see here. That would bring her down to 3 health, but does she? But she can choose to shake it off. Serene, you can either. Well, no, you can't take 1 momentum.
Yeah, no, the choice is pretty obvious here.
You can basically, spend a momentum to get that health back.
Yeah.
So equivalent to
Very
you
worth
lost
it.
a momentum. Serene looks a little bit injured, but she kind of just shakes it off as she dusts herself up and regains her composure.
Offer her a scrap of ham.
In this trying time. All right, well, that room was mostly helpful up until it collapsed. Do we want to continue progressing? Hopefully.
Yes, please.
All right.
Hey, did you say that was a hole up to another room upstairs?
Not the traditional way to get up, but you could. What say you?
I mean, she did just make us a new path.
But that's not following our friends necessarily.
That's
that we're
the trick,
looking
because
for.
they,
Yeah, that path wasn't there before.
yeah, that's a new path.
Yeah, it could be a shortcut. Maybe they found some stairs and we found a hole.
We made a hole.
Well, I guess first off, who's gonna roll, and secondly, with what?
Torgan with dice.
Okay, I'll roll.
All right. Edge, shadow, or wits?
We should probably. Wow.
I would recommend staying with wits, looking at your
I'm gonna
stats, if nothing else.
I'm going to stay with wits,
Okay. Torgan's gonna be witty.
which never really works out.
And let's see what he got.
Not
Woof.
Okay. On a miss, reveal a danger.
yay.
All right. Tried to be clever. Roll D100. 65. Danger on a 65. Where am I rolling too high here?
I seem to remember some of these are like, you're okay. Never mind.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's not a crazy. Yeah, okay. Oh, I was looking at the wrong table. I mean, it's still bad, but you face an environmental or architectural hazard. Hey, about that collapsing ceiling. This place is not in great shape to start with, and that's kind of setting off a little bit of some other rumblings in the building. The timetable on clearing this has just kind of been moved up a bit. There seem to be some other collapsings going on in here.
Do we hear any distant screams? That might sound like George.
That would be an excellent way to secure an advantage, is to try and audibly locate them.
Okay, I roll a listen check.
I mean, basically, it's trying to gain an advantage on this next delve roll using expertise, insight, or observation. Which Serene has plenty of wits about her. Let's see. Does she? Well, a short-lived advantage. You get 1 momentum, which you can use. You actually need the momentum. A short-lived. You holler out for you holler out their names and listen back. You think you might have heard something. It's getting a little bit rough to hear because there's kind of a lot of settling sounds. Oh, it's just the building settling into the ground.
With the weight of snow not helping.
Yeah, but you think you might have a bead on which way to go, depending on how well this next roll goes. But that gives you a little bit of momentum to a short-lived advantage.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you've got 10 momentum to burn if you need it.
Yep, let's
Might I recommend
let us do some rolling.
you guys are 2 progress away, and with Edge, you've got a chance of double progress.
At this point, it would make sense to move quickly.
I think this is where we switch. Are you
It's
going to be
officially
rolling
hit the
with your
fan.
mask?
You know, I'm already maxed out on momentum. Let's let Glane roll. Because he has 2 edge as well.
Okay.
That might work out better for us in the long term.
All right, Glane. Speeding away.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Give me that strong hit. Give me that strong hit. That is not a strong hit.
No.
That is, in fact, the exact opposite. That is a miss.
Strong miss.
A strong miss, on which we reveal a danger. So once again, we rely on the dice to tell us exactly what's going on. 79. Ooh, you confront a harrowing situation or sensation. A large miss. Yeah.
It's not a large miss. It's a 7 against an 8 and a 9. That's pretty close, really.
The ham was
It
bad.
was bad.
Oh no. This place might be coming down. Glane leads the team off towards the direction where he thinks he heard where George was. And then a beam crashes down from above, splintering into the floor. Shards of old wood splintering out in every direction.
The whole keep could not have been being held up by one rickety bookshelf.
Only one straw is needed to break the camel's back.
It was the ham was holding it all together.
It was a load-bearing ham. Actually, you know what? I think there might be something. Shield bearer. Nope. Well, actually, an opportunity for Torgan to shine since he needs the most. He needs the most momentum here. Torgan, you have a shield bearer ability that when you face danger with your shield as cover, roll with an extra +1.
Yes, I want everyone to run over to me, and I'm going to hold the shield up in the air and try to get some of the debris from bonking us on the head.
I like it. That's a good description there. And with your +3 iron, you're going to be getting a +4 on this roll. To face danger, a strong hit. You are successful. Take a momentum.
God, that was an 8 too.
I know, right? You overcame an 8 because
You got a
you're playing
10.
your strengths. Anything that gets you a +1 on a roll is pretty good. That's a big deal.
Turtle episode, folks.
All
There's the
right.
clicker.
Okay. So we faced a danger, but we didn't make progress. Who's gonna roll on that this time? We're going for edge for the most part. Is this gonna be Glane again?
Yeah, I got us into this mess, so I should backtrack us out of
All
it.
right, we gotta rush through this place. Here we go. Strong hit. That's progress, and an opportunity.
That puts us at full track, doesn't it? Because it's double progress.
Is it double progress? Let me look at that again. On a strong hit, no, you only mark progress once. The only way you get double is that really good roll on a weak hit for some reason. That plot about a ham. Okay, Glane, the Discord has the options for finding an opportunity.
Now, does the delve have the same rules where we can only end it on a strong hit?
No.
No. Okay.
That is locate your objective. It's just when your exploration of a site comes to an end, regardless of whether or not your progress track is full. It's just like, did you feel like you did it, the thing? Then roll against the progress, and you don't need to do a strong hit to end the fight or anything. Same with reaching your destination on a undertake a journey roll.
Well,
Blaine
as
has a
close as
crazy
the-
idea.
Let's hear it.
So this place is coming down. It seems like everyone needs to be gone out of this place very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
This place also seems to have a lot of branching paths and a lot of different ways we could have gone.
Uh-huh.
Other places we haven't even explored.
Yep.
They might not have come back because they're lost. And they don't know the way back.
Okay.
And we seem to be kind of near the entrance. So what if I use my light bearer ability to kind of just make this big flash, which would kind of beam through all the different doors, and if they see that, they'll know which way to come.
So that's an interesting idea, but it doesn't answer the question of which find an opportunity item would you like?
Oh, I didn't know that was on the table.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Because you rolled a strong hit, you get to choose on the Discord. There's that table, find an opportunity.
Oh,
Pick one of those. We don't have to roll for it. You get to actually choose because you got a strong hit.
yeah, one question.
I
What's
would recommend.
Okay,
I
here we
would
go.
recommend the clue or the secure area, probably.
Oh, yes, a clue into the right way would be pretty handy.
Hey, when you think about it, the fewer walls there are, the better likely we are to see them.
Unless they are
Always
under
looking on the
what
bright
used to be
side.
a wall.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of know where we are. We're pretty close to the entrance. So I'll take the clue.
Okay. So you get to choose one of the following. A free momentum, or everyone gets to now make a move which leverages whatever clue we got. And they get to make that move with a +1. And I believe Delve the Depths also counts as a move on this that you can use, because it's not a progress move.
Yeah, everybody won.
Okay, everyone.
Okay.
Finally, you get a response in your shouting as you're hearing the kind of slowly accelerating crumblings of the ruins as they settle into a new formation. Finally, you get an audible response back. You hear a very distant call somewhere within these walls. The trees! The trees!
Oh Lord, we don't want to find her. We're looking for George.
There is some sort of distant response from George as well. Why don't forget about the trees, you nut!
Oi!
We have to go get the puppy. Also, we haven't really been using Lucia very much, but she's here.
She's here. Hey, did you guys know?
just reminding you.
All right, but you guys have a pretty good bead on which direction they are. So we might be one roll away. All we need is progress on Delve the Depths, and strong hit will get you there. Weak hit could get you there. Actually,
From
weak
the
hit will
person with the momentum.
weak
That's
hit
exactly what I was
also
thinking.
gets weak hit always gets you progress. It's just a matter of did you also reveal a danger.
Yeah, I'm the one with the bajillion momentum, so let's go ahead and I will attempt to navigate to the George in this area.
All right, with edge.
I think since I'm going to be following basically via echolocation, this is definitely wits.
All right, going with intuition, expertise, and observation for a +4 on wits, thanks to the +1 provided by the opportunity. Here we go. There it is, the strong hit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, da, da, da. So that maxes out the tracker there. And so you guys now have the opportunity to make the move locate your objective, which is a progress move, which means no momentum allowed. This is the finalizing the quest.
It's 10 out of 10. I mean, there's nothing, we can't get any better than this.
You can't get any better, but it's not a sure thing. That's the pain point. So, when your exploration of a site comes to an end, roll the challenge dice, compare to your progress. So, here we go. Rolling on a 10. Fingers crossed. Strong hit. Congratulations, team.
Dun, 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 dun.
We destroyed a building.
Hearing them calling out, you rush towards the direction of the sound, towards George and Sadia. Calling out, this way, we gotta get out of here. This place is starting to collapse. It's not safe. And halfway through, you do meet up with them. You locate your objective, and the situation favors you. Choose one. Make another move now, not a progress move, with a +1, or take a free +1 momentum. So the move you can make, you can choose to escape the depths, which is your, we found our objective, can we get out safely? So you're going to have to make that roll. And you're going to be finding the fastest way out, so it's going to be an edge roll. The question is, do you want to make it with an extra +1 or take a momentum?
Well, the momentum would have to be for Glean. Torgan only has a 1 edge. Or
Need the
I
momentum
have,
if we want to get out of here for sure.
yeah, I have a 10 though, in case we need to burn momentum.
Yeah, this is one you can burn momentum on.
Yeah,
Worth it.
best I make this roll.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
All right, are you going to be masked?
No.
Okay, then that'll be with a 3. So the situation favors you. George and Sadia are already running your way. They've already got speed, so you guys, seeing them coming with you, turn around and gesture for them to follow you as you run towards the exit, which you already know exactly which way it is. It's just a matter of getting there quickly. So Ghislaine leads the way out. Let's see here. And... he can't get any better than that. A weak hit. You
Green was
find...
taking
I
us
thought
out
I
of here.
was rolling.
Oh, you were rolling. Okay, sorry. Serene, a weak hit.
Reroll.
It doesn't count. You find your way out, but this place exacts its price. Choose one. You are wounded. You are delayed, and it costs you. You leave behind something important. You face a new complication as you emerge from the depths. And that's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah, the complication, apparently they obviously went there for some information, and if they were on their way out, maybe Sadia found it.
That doesn't sound like a complication. That sounds like a good thing.
Well, complications don't have to always be bad.
I think in this case, you are being exacted a price. We're going to go with wounded.
Yay!
I mean, or we could lose Sadia, that's fine too.
Oh, yeah, that too. All right, so this place is of a dangerous rank, which is rank 2. So, and Serene was leading the way. Serene is injured in the exit, but can she get a little bit of that back? Can she endure that harm? Roll health or iron, whichever is higher. In your case, that will be health at 2. And a weak hit, you press on. So no health gain, no additional health lost. All right.
Hey, it's a good thing we brought that pack animal and left them outside.
Oh, yeah. You
And our
guys,
supplies are full to try to heal.
yeah, you guys emerge from Darkfall Ruins with George and Sadia. Lucia is thrilled to have George saved, ambivalent about Sadia.
Oh, you're fine too, that's good.
But
But no, Serene's hurt, oh god.
yeah.
We
But
fulfilled a vow.
Yeah, they're okay. A vow was fulfilled. Very important there. Let's see here. That is... when you achieve what you believe to be the fulfillment of your vow, roll the challenge dice compared to your progress. Momentum is ignored on this roll. So again, that is a progress roll for fulfilling a vow.
10 out of 10, please.
Yep, you've got that. Let's see what we get here. A strong hit. There it is. So your quest is complete. Mark experience. Everyone gets 2 experience points. Ding.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Put that in the bank there. So that is total 2 each for Torgan and Serene, who can add another bubble on an existing asset. 3 for Glaine, who can add a bubble or choose a new asset if he so desires. All right, so you get everyone kind of back on track, heading to catch up with the caravan, the carts, and safety of numbers. And you are able to successfully catch back up with them a little ways down the road as they are already setting up camp. You travel a little bit through the dark to make up the extra time and arrive as they're all enjoying a meal together in the cold.
For them some ham.
With some ham. Now, one thing of note is we still haven't resolved exactly why they left.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
time to grill them.
I want to ask George, because we're not going to get any answers at a tree nut over here.
Yeah. All right, so Glaine confronts George.
I don't suspect that he's the reason, so I don't confront him aggressively, but I want answers.
Yeah.
Because if it was her, I'd be pressing her up against a tree if I thought I would get any information.
She'd probably like that treat.
Oh, yeah. She'd be into it.
Yeah. All right. So, George is looking a little bit like he feels a little bit guilty of what happened, but at the same time he is kind of like dug in, like I stand by my actions.
That was the question. Did he see her go off and tried to catch her, or did she convince him to go with her?
So what happened?
What was she doing?
Well, apparently, George walked in to find a ritual underway, in which apparently, as you know, they talked later and found out a little bit more. George found out a little bit more information from Sadia about what was going on at the time. She was basically performing a ritual to gain information about what was going on, and asking the spirits of the woods to guide her to answers. According to her, the trees told her that an important object was waiting for them at the ruins. And so, George was filled in by this, and as she left, he did elect to go with her. His belief was, we'll go, we'll grab it, we'll get back, we will be a credit to the team, help everyone. But also, I'm definitely not going to let her go on her own. But she's going, so this will be a quick in and out. It's not far. We just passed it. No one's there, as far as everyone has said, and no one was there, so that was good. So they got in. They found what they were looking for, and then there was an issue with the structure of the ruins. There was a little bit of a collapse of the floor of the back room that they were searching. And so they went on sort of a roundabout journey trying to figure out how to get back up to the surface. Took them a little bit longer than expected. And that's where you guys came in. They heard which way you guys were coming from as the building started to collapse further. By the way, the ruin's still standing, just in a little worse shape. Just if anybody was worried about the the historically significant site. But because you guys were able to reach out to them, they were able to find their way out easier.
So what's the thing?
Oh, right. You'd want to know what that was, wouldn't you?
If it was a branch, I swear to God.
It was a tree. No. George pulls out a little small. Looks like just a little metallic, just like a medallion of some sort, like someone might wear. It's got some symbols engraved on it. It does not seem magical or mystical in some way, but he holds it up. It catches the light a bit. Glaine, there's an emblem on this that you recognize pretty well.
I know this from work.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Basically, this is the kind of the insignia of perhaps some brotherhood you used to, to run with.
The eagle. Dun dun dun.
Why do the trees care about this?
Because they're messing with the mana spring, obviously.
Look at me. Now I'm thinking the trees are saying stuff.
Is it just like a generic brotherhood icon, or is it more like
you got one just
belongs
like
to the
it.
eagle
Yeah.
or something?
No,
Okay.
nothing like that. But George notes that it was kind of in a back room where it looked like maybe somebody had stayed the night.
So this was meant for Glaine to see.
Not necessarily. If someone was there, they don't know I'm around.
Yeah, but the
No,
trees
but
wanted
the
you to see
trees
it.
wanted you to see it, yeah.
I take it from him
You
and
guys
just tell him.
didn't notice, but Sadia's here, and she was kind of behind you.
Tree. Gosh darn it.
You have to give credit where it's due. Thank you, Sadia. This is very useful information. Also, we're all in grave danger and might wake up dead at any particular moment, so we should definitely be not here as quickly as possible.
Also, if you get a clue about this, again, maybe let one of us know.
Yeah, to turn to George, no more field trips without cluing at least one of us into this.
Ooh.
Did we get their attention with the we're all in grave danger part?
You know what, Glaine? I think you need to roll heart. I think there's a bit of a clash here between you and George. And I mean, this might
Still.
he feels like he did the right thing here. And
he's getting scolded.
He feels like he's getting unfairly treated after he provided this very valuable clue. And so, this could be worth some good momentum, for one thing.
All right.
But let's see. Are George and Glaine getting along here? 2 heart, more than I would have expected. A weak hit. Okay, so their relationship is a little bit rough right now. Your bond is fragile. Somehow you will have to prove your loyalty. I don't think we're going to get to that yet, about repairing that bond. But at some point, there will need to be some kind of development in that relationship to repair that bond.
Well, George is young and has and very inquisitive. And if he finds out kind of what this medallion actually means, and that Glaine knows a lot about it, and, if Glaine is insinuating that, George is not capable of escorting Sadia on this away mission on his own, then maybe a traditional teenager comeback might be, well, then why don't you teach me this? Obviously you were part of this thing. So then why don't you think you're so amazing? Why don't you teach me some of these self-sufficiency tricks or whatever? So maybe...
This is really interesting. It says he has the option to refuse.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to be,
And just no longer has a bond
Which-
with George.
which is characteristic.
Ooh, it is.
Or you could teach George how to be more useful, and that would be useful for everybody.
He can be more useful by telling us when he's running off. Because
I-
by running off, even if he's capable of doing the mission, he's putting us at danger of dragging us away from the group. And he's putting the group in danger by dragging us away from them.
For the record, Torgen is also not happy at all about this whole side quest. It's cost us time, and we shouldn't have to be babysitting. Even with my usually calm nature, that was unnecessary danger. When they could have just told us, "Hey, guess what's in that building?" I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Well, maybe we'll resolve exactly what happened there next time.
Serene's going to be quiet and stay close to Lucia.
There you go.
Because if she speaks up right now, because she's the one that got hurt, and George is basically her lapdog, that might complicate emotional things further.
Yeah, George seems to be on a list for everybody all of a sudden. A not good list. 100-year-old ham list.
All right. Well, we will check that out next time. Don't eat the ham.
Can I make a heal check before we close down for the night?
Hey!
I am worried about what will happen if you fail. I'll make a note for session 4.
Okay.
Heal check for Serene. Because I could just see some terrible combination of horrible things happening that just ruins everything. All right. Guys, thank you for joining for DobbsQuest, Episode 3. Tune in next time for Episode 4 to see if we finally make it to the first
Wait, how
settlement
were
we
the
were heading
rolls?
towards. What?
How were the rolls?
Oh, yes, let's check the graph. Bring up the numbers.
Space, space. I'm gonna go to space.
I
Space,
missed.
space,
There we
space,
go.
Space, space. Go to space. Space, space. I'm gonna go to space. Space,
Bop.
space. Go to space.
What do we got here? Let's see here. We have for Serene, the green, average roll 3.5, perfect mean right there. Notably, rolling with an average bonus of 3.2. Which basically means that Serene always makes her rolls when she has some good bonuses available, a good advantage on the roll. Meanwhile, Glane rolling average 4.7, very high on the D6, very low on the adds, a 2.3. He takes risks on his rolls more often. Mostly it's that Serene makes a lot of wits-based rolls and has a +3 on wits. And then Torgen, again, 3.5, right down the middle on his D6 rolls. 2.7 on the ads, so pretty decent bonuses there. Mostly around 3. The average challenge dice, which there's nothing you can do to change those. It's just what do the dice say. 5.2, 5.2, 4.8.
4 misses.
Actually, 5.5 would be the true average of a D10. So you guys had it a little bit on the easy side there.
4 misses for Red.
He was summoned.
I did have a lot of misses, but they were low risk misses.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, poor Torgen.
I also had 5 strong hits, so I mean,
That's a good point. Nobody else had as many strong hits as you did. It was a good bat barrage.
You sat out the last episode, so you charged up your luck.
That's what it is. Yeah, Torgen not getting a lot of weak hits. He's going for, we're all in on failure or success, either way.
That's right. All or nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to do it. Actually, you pulled out some very good strong hits in there. So it worked out. All right, everyone. This has been DobbsQuest. Also, you can see the density of the timing on the timeline. Right around like the 3/4 mark, we made a lot of rolls all in a row. Yeah, beginning of the session, not a lot of rolls were happening. All right.
Good job, everyone. We delved.
Delve success. That's our first use of Delve for this campaign.
For
Always
this season.
fun. For the season. I always do enjoy the Delve rules. It's very fun to use that. Next DobbsQuest will be next week at Sunday, I believe.
Woo.
And then maybe there'll be an off week coming up at some point. Tomorrow there will be a Minecraft stream. Same Dobbs time, same Dobbs channel. Allie might be doing a stream as well if you wanted a second perspective on things. I don't know if she's planning on doing that. Turtle, GQ, Day, anything you'd like to promote upcoming?
Where's the beef?
Short. Where is the beef? In a barrel.
I've been starting, Panda and I have been working on sprite art. So if you have any sprites, pixel art interests, hit me up. I've been making custom sprites for, well, mostly Panda we have been making custom sprites for some of my friends in the LTTPR community. So
nice.
I have to have Sprite now since there's no more Sierra Mist.
if you want some perlers, let me know.
Sierra Mist. You know, Hovercat played a bard named Sierra Mist. No, it was a wizard named Sierra Mist. In one
That's a
campaign.
perfect wizard name.
It is, isn't it?
That's so good.
All right.
There needs to be like a Venn diagram of soda pops and good
wizard
names for wizards.
You may call me Mr. Pib.
I am Barg.
Good, Short. Thank you for asking. We're just wrapping up, though. And then his barbarian friend, Big Red.
Turtle, check your Twitter. I sent you something horrible.
Oh no.
The artificer, Dr. Thunder. All right. Well, that joke is we could drill that into the ground.
Just keep throwing him into the Discord. Keep throwing him into the DobbsQuest Discord if you got one. Keep that thing alive.
That's right. Never let it die. Against its will. Keep it alive forever. Mr. Pip is a paladin. I will not elaborate. Pibidin. Beautiful.
A Pibidin.
Dupu, go to bed.
Pixel, go to bed. The druid, Mountain Dew.
They just keep getting worse.
And the mysterious sorcerer, Fanta.
Fanta. And his brothers, Fanta Orange, Fanta Red,
Mm-hmm.
Fanta Grape.
Surge. The wizard Surge. Archwizard Surge.
Are the people naming these pops, are they playing Dungeons and Dragons?
You said pops.
Yeah.
He has a different regional dialect. Monster.
They didn't even try on that one, just monster.
Coke. All right, we're done.
All right, and to get everybody's dose of hearing Dupu's lovely voice.
Dose.
All right, good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. We'll see you next time.
Good night.